All right, we're gonna go live on Instagram in 5,
And
4, 3, 2, 1.
and we are live on Facebook, YouTube,
And
and
Instagram.
Instagram. Again, she told me to bring you guys back in on it because you guys on Instagram really love these debates. Sorry for the break that we had to take. We had to deal with some stuff. Well, I had to deal with some stuff, and we couldn't do an episode last week. But we got a really interesting episode for you this week, and something that I think we all want to discuss.
Yes, I definitely did. So I'm excited for this topic.
This is like the unwritten rules, the shit that we don't always speak on, but we need to speak on and get some kind of clarity in the matter.
And we want everyone to join in. Like, this is an open forum, so we want to hear back from everyone because this is going to be like an open discussion. Like, we want to hear y'all opinions, y'all feelings about everything, like y'all input. So make sure that y'all comment, let us know what y'all think. Add in at any time, we will react to it. So just let us know. We're about to start this off and jump right into this.
So yeah, my fellas, start letting them know. Like, when we say we on the game, we just on 2K. That's why we not texting you back. So for this episode, that is our topic. It's what girls want guys to know about them and what guys want girls to know about them. You know, like,
and please let us know. Like, what do y'all fellas want us to know? Like, what you think we don't know? And ladies, come on, y'all gotta help me out on this. Y'all let me know what y'all want these guys to know because I'm gonna let them know.
So I'm actually all right then, Shelly, off the rip. Why do y'all listen to y'all toxic friends, y'all lonely ass toxic friends about relationship advice, right? So like y'all be going through something, right? And y'all ask like the motherfuckers that just can't keep one. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what should I do? I'm just like, why are you asking them?
Because you can't ask your wholesome friends who are in a relationship. They're going to be like, you guys should stick it out. You don't want to hear that shit when you're mad. You want to hear the toxic shit. You want to hear, fuck that nigga, let's go drink wine, turn up and be thoughts in the club. Like, you don't want to hear, girl, you should do right by your man and be a good, wholesome person. You want to hear, turn up, like, come on, we're going to go out. We're going to have a hot summer, all that stuff.
That's not healthy.
It's not healthy, but that's just how some people are. Like, they don't want to hear like that, especially like when you're mad. You want to hear everything but the right thing at the time. You want to hear everything else. Like, I want to hear, fuck that nigga, let's go break his windows out his car. Like, I don't want to hear my friends telling me like kumbaya stuff. Nobody wants to hear. Like, yes, we'll talk to our rational friends later down the line, but at that moment, we're not talking to them about that. Like, it's just not happening. I'm sorry.
And like, I'm not even gonna front you. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna talk to like my toxic friends, but I kind of need somebody to back up the crazy shit that I'm about to do. Like,
I need somebody to back up. Listen, I need my friends to back up and validate my crazy. Like, let me know that I'm in this together. Like, when I broke up with one of my exes, me and my friends all sat at a table and made a fake Instagram page to catfish this nigga. And he got the page shut down. He blocked that immediately.
Why do y'all do that though? Like, I mean,
because we're toxic. Like,
like that's I don't know. Like, like. And I'll say this, I think like as men, like we kind of like we go through shit different. It's like when you posted up that story, you said what's one thing, I said, yeah, we don't take time to heal. We just go on POF and find loose thotties. And it's just like I don't like we process shit different. Like, dudes don't really be like sitting in the house like most of them, we don't like really like sit in the house and be like moping and stuff like that, because we was just like, yo, I'm trying to like get this shit off my mind. I gotta go out and like do something, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's why, like,
is this true, fellas? Do y'all just jump right online, just be out in the
not even just that, but like in the sense of like all right, I need to be doing something. I gotta be productive. Like, even if you're not doing that, like me, like I'll be sitting there like, all right, like, well, we gotta work on something. Like, we gotta do something. Like, I can't just like be sitting in this house. Like, I'm losing my fucking mind. Like. And then you got like, the go-to meme with like the girls on the couch with a tub of ice cream watching life.
Oh, we don't do that. We cut our hair off. We cut our hair off, find our thought friends, and go out and live our best lives. We ain't moping around over no man no more. This is 2019 going on 2020. We cut our hair, dye it red, and go out and live our best lives.
You co-sign this? Would you like cut your hair off? It just gotta go. Like,
I'll freshen up.
but freshen up, you know what I mean? Like, get yourself right, you know what I mean?
Get myself right, start hitting the gym, start doing mad stuff. Like,
yeah, and we do the same thing too. Like, we don't mope around. Like, we hit the gym, we lose weight.
Nah, y'all hit the bar.
But that time, like, especially after a breakup, like, and especially y'all have years in.
Yeah.
I feel as though you should spend that time alone and really get to know yourself.
Yeah.
But do y'all really spend that time alone?
See, I'm guilty.
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes yes, and then sometimes no.
Yeah. So.
I'm just saying, for us, like, there was a point in time where I moped over some people, and then there was a point in time when I'm like, you know what? Fuck that nigga. I'm about to just do me. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm on to the next. Like, I ain't gonna cry over somebody who ain't gonna cry over me. I'm not crying over no spilled milk. So
let me ask you, is this something that like guys do that you kind of like want to answer for? Like something that's just like, and like, well, why do y'all do that? Why do y'all like act like this or act like that or like, do certain?
I just want to know, like, why do guys feel like y'all have to dance around or beat around the bush about certain subjects instead of just being like a little bit more straightforward? Like I feel like when y'all more straightforward and get to the point instead of like beating around the bush or telling us what we want to hear, it makes it harder for us to like decipher what's real and what's not with y'all. Because like if y'all, maybe sometimes you never know, a girl might be on the same wavelength and energy as y'all. Like I don't like guys who pursue me and say, oh, I want a relationship with you, and really they just trying have sexual relations with me, and that's it and that's all. Like keep it real so I could cut you off from the beginning, like instead of having to lead me on, lie to me, say all the extra stuff, try to woo me and do all this stuff. So I don't like that when guys do that. I feel like y'all should be straightforward with us and allow us to make that decision of what type of relationship we want to pursue with y'all. Why do guys do that?
Well, I can't say like so much for like the relationship aspect of it, like but like as far, I won't say beating around the bush, but sometimes why we don't like necessarily be direct is because we know how you gonna react. Like we seen something and we seen how you reacted to it, and we was just like, you know what, it's a situation where I don't even want to deal with that right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like you might not really be in the position where it's just like you might be going through something, and it's just like if I'm in a position where I feel like I'm gonna tell you something and it's gonna set you off, and I'm not really trying to like, in a sense, deal with it like right now, then I'm gonna just be like, I'm like, all right, well, like they be like, what's your name? What was you doing this? Just like, I'm just like, oh, like, it's not even that serious, like, you know what I mean? So
I just feel like that should be like an open discussion from the beginning, because I've had multiple times. Again, this is all personal to me. Like this is not like all men in the world are like this. So I don't want y'all to think like I think men are villains, because y'all not. But a couple of people that I've encountered, like I would be like, oh, what's your intention? Immediately would assume that I'll immediately want a relationship, and the whole time I'm just trying to figure out, should I save your number or should I just keep you as a phone number and just like not take you seriously, because I don't want to waste any time like on anybody's end. Like like I'm the type of person, like we have to have clear intentions on what we're doing. So I don't like people who don't want to set clear intentions, because that means you're unsure of anything, and uncertain energy is like horrible all around, because that's all you get back, like uncertain results. Like anything that you manifest is uncertain, like it's not fully fulfilled because you don't know. So I don't want to jump into situations like that. So I just feel like be more clear, like in what y'all want. Ask for what y'all want. Like even if you don't have to be like super direct. Like, listen, I want some head. You look like you suck a mean thing. Like just be more direct in the point where you say like, look, like I'm not really looking for that type of relationship right now. Like, we could be friends, maybe see where it goes, maybe be friends with benefits. You don't have to be like super, super direct, but like be more forward with your intentions of what you're pursuing from somebody. So that way it allows us as women to decide like what we want to do in that situation. Because there's some women who do want to look for love, who want to find their husband, and you out here playing with her, selling her dreams.
Here's why I'm gonna counteract you, and and I'm gonna attest to this. It's just like one of the things with that, it's just like we not trying to end up with the screenshots on Facebook coming out like, oh, look how X, Y, and Z come, like, and I'm not, and again, I'm not gonna say all women do that, but like when you see like a situation like that, it's just like, all right, if you gonna reject me or accept me, like just do that between me. Like don't be coming at like, even if I like approach you like on that, like, oh, like I'm just trying to fuck X, Y, Z, like it's going like I could be like a possible screenshot. Oh, don't fuck with this nigga. Da, da, da. Like, why do y'all do that? Like, and I'm not saying this all, but why y'all gotta take it to that extreme? Why?
Same breath, I would be mad if man do the same exact thing, vice versa.
Oh, screenshot us?
Yeah, like screenshot you, like you. Yeah, like you coming at us crazy and direct, but like
again, I can't have an opinion on this because I've been on both sides of that platform where I've been screenshot, and I haven't screenshot anyone's messages unless they like talking wild crazy to me. I don't know them and like that. But as far as like guys like hitting me up and all that stuff, I really don't care. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it's what you exude. Like, if you really don't feel like that conversation is worth your energy, why even entertain it? That's my whole thing. Like, why even entertain the conversation if you already know that it's gonna go left and all that stuff like that?
But like I said, like, and this is something that we discussed on the gender roles. It's not something that's like gender specific, but we see it more on your side of the spectrum. Like, and that's why you're saying like, all right, you know, just you know, just come with like your intentions in hand. But it's just like when you do something like that, it's just like, well, maybe I gotta be like a little bit more reserved. I gotta like play the fill it out first. You know what I mean? Like before you go for the slam dunk off the rip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I understand that aspect. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you don't have to do like the first interaction, like, hey girl, what you looking for? Like, I'm looking for a friend. Like, you could do it like as y'all have conversation and you know, you're feeling it out. Like, just let us know like where this is going, because there's some girls who will be talking to you for a few days and then you really like be like, wow, she really has whack conversation. Like, I don't want nothing to do with her. And then like you ghost her, and then now she's sitting here wondering like, did I say something? Did I do something? Like, you feel me? Like, so like, I mean, just I feel like communication is key. Like, you know. I am very biased in what I'm saying because I've also ghosted many people. I'm pretty sure some of the people I've ghosted are probably watching this right now, and I'm sorry, but you know, it's just life, and that's how it goes. But I just feel like we should all just clearly communicate in that sense. Like, if we're like, you don't have to like play the person, screenshot them, diss them, or anything like that. I feel like all these interactions, we're adults now. We're not in high school no more. We should just be like clear cut with people. Like, I'm not feeling this. Like, you don't have to go into this about you was whack, like you suck, like all that stuff. Just say, hey, you know, like I really came into this with the intentions and hopes of that this could be something more, but I'm really not feeling this. You know, but I wish you the best. Maybe we could still be cool, whatever. You know, cut them off like that. Or if you know they're not getting the message, you know, just that good old big B block button comes in handy all the time.
And like, I don't know, like, is blocking like a go-to? Because I'll tell you like this, I won't block somebody.
I don't block people. I want you to see me. Like, watch me.
Unless I got like a real legitimate issue with you, I just don't want you hitting me up at all. Like,
I don't know. Even then, I don't know. I have maybe something is really wrong with me because I just cannot block people. Like, I don't hit the block button. Like, I will like let you watch whatever, as long as you ain't coming crazy. You know, even if you are coming crazy, you could talk to yourself and be talking to yourself coming crazy. Like, because I've learned, like, again, this goes back to energy. Like, I don't exert my energy into places where it's going to be wasted. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. So I'm not going to put my energy into situations and things that don't deserve my energy. Like, I put my energy where it belongs. So,
I mean, I don't know, like people hit me up on like some creep shit, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? And it's just like, if it's just weird, again, it's just like, all right, block. Or if it's some shit, like I said, again, for me personally, like if I'm going through it like hard with a female and it's just like it falls apart, it's just like, I'm like, I gotta block you temporarily because
I know some people. I ain't gonna throw no shade. I ain't gonna look at no people in this area that I've been blocked by a few times, and you know, like you know. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's cool. Like, I've always been on the receiving end of being blocked, but I haven't like full on went and blocked people unless they like really been going to the extreme. Like, guys, you know, let me know what you mean is paused for poor connection. Oh my God, here we go. But you know, fellas, you know, feel free to chime in. Let us know like what y'all think about this whole thing. Like, this is an open forum for everybody to talk about this stuff. Like, you know, what y'all want to know about females, what you think we do that y'all don't know, like anything like that y'all want to talk about with us. Because right now it's really just, you know,
so
open. It's open floor for y'all.
And let me ask you this. So, all right, if we already mad at you, right?
Yes.
Why do you do things purposely to like piss us off? Like, it's just like, all right, like you already know we here, and then you do like some little petty shit, like, cause like it's like at that point when you that mad, anything is going to set you off, and like it's just like, all right, if I'm a neat freak, and you know I'm a neat freak, right? And all the dishes is clean, right? And you do some shit like leave a plate on the table. And you already know me mad, and you was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just leave this fucking plate on the table. Fuck him. Why?
Because it's like we gotta even the score. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. One time, like, this nigga was mad at me, and I made breakfast on some petty shit. But you know what? When you're in a relationship with a petty person, like, petty shit is bound to happen. Like, I made the breakfast, and he slapped the breakfast out of my hand. So now who's winning in this situation? It's like you know what? Y'all not gonna win being petty. Like, so. I mean, at that moment, like, it feels good, like, for your ego. Like, it's like, yeah, nigga, like, fuck you. Like, oh, you don't like this shit? Fuck you. Like, I've done petty shit, too. Like, I plugged the nigga's PlayStation out while he was playing and shit. Like, I done some things I'm not very proud of, but that's just as a person, like, in a relationship, like, you grow. Like, when you're in relationships, you learn stuff about yourself and your partner. Like, it's not just like a one-sided, like, learning experience. So, like, you learn shit that triggers you more, like certain shit that you would have probably never known by yourself. When another person does it, you like, damn, I really do not like motherfuckers leave this fucking curtain in the tub. Like, I really just don't. Like, and you don't realize that when you're alone, because you set things up the way you like it. So when somebody else comes and interrupts your calm aura, you're like, hold up, wait now, bitch. Now you don't fucking up, you messing up my stuff. So,
and I know I'm asking a lot, but this is one I want to answer specific, and I think I speak for the entire community of men when I say this. How come is it you tell us you not hungry, but then when we bring food in the house, can I get some? It's just like, and it's not that I don't want to share, but you told me specifically. You said,
I hear a deep sigh
from
all the men over here.
You said I don't want anything. I'm good. So my brain process is like, all right, I'm not even going to spend the extra money to get her something. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just get myself something, and I'm gonna bring it in the house, and I'm going to enjoy it. And we get in the mindset like, when we got something, like, especially if it's something that we really want, like, let's say you've been wanting like oxtails or jerk chicken for a minute, right? And I get one, I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna tear this whole thing up by myself.
Oh my God.
And you coming, can I get some?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just say it like this to alleviate that whole thing. Even though we say we don't want something, just think of us and get it. And you know what? I've also been a recipient where I'll be like, just give me anything, but then I have something specific of that anything that I want. So then it's like you get anything, and I'm like, nigga, I didn't want this anything. I wanted the other anything, like anything but this anything.
You know what I like.
You know what I like.
But we just sitting there like.
You know what? This happened one too many times. Like, I send this nigga to the store and be like, listen, give me anything, just get me, some chocolate. But deep down in my mind, I'm like, really, I want a white Kit Kat. But I don't want to say that. That sounds like it's just too much to come out right now. And I just be like, you know what I like. And then you bring me back a Twix, and I'm like, bro, this is not what I want. Go back to the store, or like a different flavor, like juice or something like that. I'm like,
what you gotta understand is like, especially like for us, that's like all about like, orders, just like specifics. It's specifics. Like, let me know do you want extra gravy, extra sauce? Like, let me know.
Bring it back the way you would think I would like it. I want it how you like it. Like, if you get in the oxtails with the extra gravy, macaroni and cheese, and the cabbage, I want it the same way you want it. Like, bring it back to me the same way.
I'm gonna say it like this in defense. All right, if we more so like, established later on in the relationship, I understand. But if we at like the 2-3 month mark, even still, like, I'm gonna say like, if I ask you, and we ain't really go out to eat like that, especially, and I'll tell you like, oh, I'm about to run to Popeyes, what you want? Give me anything. I'm just going to bring you back like a 2-piece meal. And you're like, why you ain't get me the sandwich? I'm like,
yeah, you know what? I'm at a standstill right here, guys. So, you know what? I'm going to need some ladies to help me chime in on why we like this, because I can't tell you why we like this, because I've done that so many times. I can't tell you exactly why. It just makes sense to me at that moment in time, because it's like, nigga, you should know. I don't care if you don't know, you should know.
But I remember this, right? So we went down to West Virginia for my cousin's graduation, and I forgot what restaurant we ate at specifically, but it was my aunt and my uncle. Now, my uncle got like a steak or something, and my aunt got like a chicken or something, and both plates came out. She looked at her food. She looked at his food. Yours look good. You want to like split it in half? You take half of mine, I take half of yours. Half of mine. Half for yours, especially like that. Like I said, like if I order a steak, like I want my whole damn steak to myself. This is mine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even to be possessive, but like, this is what I ordered. That's what you ordered.
No, I just want to try something. Like, I'm so guilty of this. Like, it don't even make no sense, because I'll see it and I'll be like, damn, that should look kind of good. Like, why he ordered that? Like, I'll order something basic, regular. Stick to the regular. I'm not trying, die.
I'll get some chicken tenders.
Yeah, just some chicken tenders, fries, rice. Keep it plain simple. And you get the fancy, extravagant stuff. Like, ooh, that steak do look good. What? Oh, it's medium rare. Okay, let me just get a piece. Now,
let me just get one off
off the corner. Yep, right off the corner. Yep. Then it tastes good. Now, I'm sitting there with the face like, kind of want some more. Can you just put me a little more piece on here? That's when I feel like y'all should just put your foot down. Like, no, eat your stuff. Like, because once you open the gate for that, it's just gonna stay open forever.
You're gonna be sitting there switching the plates around, and
you're gonna have to start switching the plates around, and I'm gonna want whatever's on your plate all the time.
That's crazy. So
for me, guys, I'm really stuck here with all the questions that I have for y'all because I feel like any questions I have for a dude, I'm just going straight up ask him. Like, that's it. Like, I feel like, why are y'all like this? Like, anytime y'all see my stories on Instagram.
Like
crazy.
what do we do though that you feel is like so outlandish? And like I said, I can't speak for like the entire thing. But
why do some men? I'm not gonna say y'all because that's very general. Why do some men choose to have multiple partners? I'll say partners because it could be either gender. So why do y'all choose to do that, entertain multiple people and lead double lives when polygamy is a thing now and things like that and all those things?
I mean, like, I say this like in the beginning, like, and I'm gonna attest to in the beginning. It's just like it's like training camp. And you got your draft picks, and you trying to like really consider who's going to make the cut and who's not. It's basically like as simple as that. It's not that we like. It's just like, all right. So I can attest to this. I might be talking to like one or two, like two or three of them at a time. And it's just like if something's not really like resonating right, when it's just like, nah. It's just like you kind of get like cut from the list. Like if we go on a date or something, and you just like whacking, it's just like. You go home and you text the other one. It's like, yeah, well, I'm home. I'm chilling right now. It's just something like that. But like, it's like again, it's like a trial period. So in that trial period, I feel like you're free to talk to whoever you want.
Yeah, I understand the dating part, but I'm talking about like if you're in an established relationship and then you go out and get a side chick, like I was on POF at one point in life, and I done seen a lot of dudes who I follow on a lot of these social networks who are in committed relationships on POF, like they don't got no girl. And, working in retail, I done seen a couple of these people in the store with their girlfriends looking crazy. I'm like, yo, I just seen you on POF like a month ago talking about something, you looking for some fun. Like, what's going on here? Like, why do y'all do that?
I mean, like, again, like I had a gray area situation. So for me specifically, I'm gonna say it like this. It was weird how it happened because I was like done with somebody and then we reconnected, but then I met somebody else and it was just like it was kind of like, what am I doing here? Like, and you kind of like gotta take that time to figure out. But if somebody say like, yo, New Year's Eve party, bottle, hotel was good, when I'm like, no, I'm in a very complicated situation right now, and I just want to respect it. Especially like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like a situation like that. But if it's something that's developed, like maybe it's just not like getting something at home that that they can get from there. That's like what it really boiled down to. Like,
I just feel like that puts a lot of people in awkward positions. And I'm gonna ask this question to my ladies. I know y'all probably won't kill me, but why when we do find out about these situations, I'm gonna stay on topic, like about being a side chick, main chick, whatever. Why do we always attack the woman? Why don't we ever attack the guy? Like we always go straight for the woman. Like it's like, but you should have known. Like your man should have known. He's the one in the relationship with you, not the woman. I mean, I can only understand like in certain circumstances because there are certain circumstances where you definitely have to go for the woman. Like if it's like your friend, if it's like a coworker. If it's like somebody y'all both mutually knew and then they decided to overstep those boundaries, like those situations, like those are like circumstantial situations. But I'm talking about like regular like cheating, like where like you find out your man's cheating, you find out who the girl is, and then you beat the girl up or attack the girl, all this stuff like that instead of going for the man that's cheating, like, and then y'all will sit there and forgive the guy who's a cheater instead of going for the actual. Going and then you slander the girl, make her seem like, whatever, but then don't go after the guy who was the cause of this whole thing, like how y'all got connected. So I just want to know, why do we do that? Like,
yeah, I mean, like, that's something that
guys don't attack other guys when they find out that y'all cheating. Like, do y'all? I don't know, because I haven't been in a situation like that. Usually, like when two guys find out they're smashing the same girl, like that's I've seen, they usually just talk about it, laugh about it, like, oh my man, whatever. As long as it's nothing disrespectful or it's not like y'all not beefing gang members, then
Yeah, I mean,
like it's pretty much like, yeah, well, ever she a thought, and then y'all just keep it moving like that.
I think it elevates to that point, like when you start getting like serious when you're talking about like marriage, then like something like that might happen. But like I don't know, like I said, we just kind of like process different. Like I'll say this, and I can't speak, but like we kind of like if we have like specific women, like we kind of like take pride in that. Like damn, like yeah, I got it. But when we wish them hard, when we lose, like damn, she not mine, she everybody, fuck her. You know what I mean? It's not like oh fuck the dude. That's just like I'm like bro, like if she was willing to throw it up, then like and you caught it, then more power to you. You know what I mean? And it's like a situation like this. It was just like. You've seen that meme that was just like, this dude is married, but she got a baby by another thing or another dude or something. I'm like, then that's not his girl. You know what I mean? Like that's what you gotta think. That's not his. Like that's the communities. You know what I mean? Like so, it's just like
would you guys stay if your girlfriend got pregnant or your wife got pregnant by somebody else?
Like I said, me specifically, like I take cheating, like I said, it's instant. Like yeah, I'm done. Like it ain't with reconciliation after that. It was just like they're like, oh, it was a mistake. I'm just like a mistake. I'm like, wait, you slipped and fell on the dick, like you know what I mean? Like it was something like nah, you made a conscious decision. Like I mean, it would be like. I don't want to get like too, but if it was like a situation where she was like forced upon, you know what I mean?
Then that's different. Like, that's different. Like again, those are circumstantial situations. I'm just talking about like real life, regular situations. Like
if you out there like, and I'm gonna say this, like if I don't know, this it's like I don't know how to put it. It's just weird. It's just like
I just feel like we should just address the people who are the problem and not blame other people for our partner's actions, especially if you're going to take the person back. If you're going to do that, don't create a spectacle. Just do what y'all got to do in private, reconcile in private, and have that discussion. Because once you put on a show for the world to see, then even after y'all have reconciled, the world is going to look at y'all like, y'all a hot mess because y'all just aired each other's business out. Usually, anytime, it's always online. Like y'all air each other's business. Like he bum, he broke, he did that. And then y'all get back together, but he was just a bum with a little dick who ain't shit, and then y'all back together. So it's like, you must like that shit. So why did you complain to us? Now we hate this nigga and you back in love with him. So like, what was the purpose of that? Like, that's my whole thing. Like, I just feel like we shouldn't do that as women. Like, me personally, I don't do that. I don't go after the woman because, again, I'm a person who takes lessons very seriously. So I've learned my lesson from past experiences with past relationships of going after the wrong person to blame. I usually just go straight to the source and blame the man. Like, if my nigga is FaceTiming another girl call, I'm not going to call that girl. I'm going to go to him and be like, nigga, if you live with me, get your shit, get the fuck out. If you don't, nigga, don't contact me no more. I know what's up. Like, that's it. Like, it's none of that. Like, I don't care. The other person is not in the relationship with me. So I feel like once I invite that person in, now that's a whole different dilemma. So I just feel like as women, for me personally, like, y'all don't have to agree with me, but I just feel like we should just address our partners if they're a problem and address them in private. I feel like we should keep private matters offline. Like, all private relationship matters offline. Like, I mean, I sneak this. I do. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a human. I sneak this. But that's about it. But I can sneak this anybody. Like, you don't know who I'm sneak this in. I don't keep it like real direct unless it's like somebody who's really directly like getting on my nerves. But as far as like my relationship stuff and like that, I just feel like I'm not gonna go after someone else who's not in my relationship. And if you're in my relationship, you get on my nerves. Like, most of the time, I'm probably gonna tag you in some annoying shit or just be talking shit to you on your phone all day, every day. But in regards to like cheaters and stuff like that, I'm just saying this in the fact of like, leave the other person out of it. Like, your partner, whatever y'all do in your relationship, that's y'all. Y'all understand each other, and I feel like in relationships, that's how it works. Like, nobody's supposed to understand a relationship but y'all. Like, that's who's in a relationship, not y'all in the world. It's y'all, and whatever y'all decide to do. Y'all do that. Like, if y'all want to break up, get back together 1,000 times, that's y'all. Like, nobody's judging y'all. But when you bring us into it, we're going to judge you. We're going to have an opinion on it. And you don't want that, on you. Like, especially the internet, like, because it's very one-sided online and people are prone to becoming targets of cyberbullying. And to avoid that, you don't want to put yourself in certain predicaments where you are vulnerable to that and, you're a target. Like, because you think people are on your side when you get thousands of viewers, when you're talking shit about your boyfriend, ain't shit boyfriend, whatever. And then really in reality, people are laughing at you, screenshotting your messages, sending them through groups of people, laughing at
And
y'all.
let me ask you this too. When we boil down to that, and this is something that I seen, and I don't know if this is on both sides of the spectrum, right? But like when the situation like goes south, it's just like, how come y'all don't tell the whole story? Like y'all tell y'all side, but y'all don't say like, damn, I fucked up here. I could have did this better.
I can attest to that. I'll tell you this. In previous relationships, when I broke up with people, I didn't tell my full side of the story of what I did for a long time because I wanted to make myself look good, make that person look like they was the worst. But then I realized that backfires on you because the same shit that you omit from your story usually comes back to replay in your story later on in other relationships. Because if you would have been upfront with your partner, I mean, again, all of this stuff can go one of two ways. You could be upfront with your partner, tell them like, yeah, my past relationship, I did this, that, we experienced this, that, whatever. And they can use that against you because when I had broke up with my ex and I was telling people like, yeah, we broke up because X, Y, Z, whatever, in certain arguments with certain people that I was dating, they would bring that up. It would be like a problem. Like they would use that like, this is why you're single now because bitch, you don't know how to do this. You don't know how to stay on Facebook. Stop posting shit all the time. Looking like, I'm like, oh, well, damn. Like, or they'll say like other shit, like, like you always online doing stuff, posting stuff like for attention. And it's not really attention. Most of the time, this is just a hobby. Like, again, I always say this every time, like every show that we've done so far, I've always said this, like all of the entertaining like that I do on Facebook, Instagram, and any other platforms that I use is strictly for entertainment. That's not my real life. Like outside of those platforms, I'm a really chill person. I don't really do much. So, those things don't define me. Like I don't really post personal things like that a lot. Like I try to separate online life from real life because I feel like that there should be a line of separation between those two things.
But you're saying they're not telling the whole story. It's
not like
it's
like you can't always like that will come back to bite you. Like sometimes we're ashamed of what we did like in relationships. Like again, this goes back to boiling down and being petty. Like we may have done things out of spite to people. Like you'd be like, yeah, he was a cheater, he was cheating on me, and then you could have been cheating too, and you leave that part out. And now the dude you're talking to doesn't know you was a cheater too. Like, and then when he find out you cheating again, because the same thing happened again, because cycles repeat when they're not broken. Now he's like, how could you do this to me? And you sitting there like, well, it ain't the first or the second or the third time. Like Clarence has been my side nigga since the first relationship. Like, so then you're like, dudes are like, what the hell, like. So I just feel like that's why I used to admit it just for me, like to try to make my image look wholesome. Whereas now it's like, listen, I'm gonna just tell you, like, this is what I did, this is what I do.
And I mean, straight up, like, I used to kind of like do the same thing, not to that extent, but I had to admit, like, not my last relationship, but previous to that, I'm just like, I'm like, I'm fucking up. I'm like, I did some grimy shit. And I'm just like, damn. And then I started thinking about my other ones, like, damn, what I did was kind of fucked up there too. Like, I mean, like it's like you said, it's kind of like taking that time and like sitting with yourself. But like I said, I like when I hear, but I see which more. Like I said, if I talk to dudes about it, like why shit went soft with y'all, it's just like they say we was fighting. It wasn't like pointing of the fingers and wild shit like that. And I'm gonna ask you this, like you can speak on a whole, but like from your perspective, it's just like, do you feel like when you're in a relationship that y'all have the right to compliment people of the opposite sexes? Like if you were to do, can you say like, oh yeah, she's cute right there? Like it kind of feels like can it be essentially it's like because when we compliment somebody else, it's not a downplay on you. It's not like, oh, she look better than you. It's just like, nah, she look good in that dress. Like,
you know what? This is gonna be.
I
might catch a little flack for this, but you know what? It boils down to a person's self-confidence. And I feel like if you are confident in yourself, not in just your relationship, in yourself, that shit do not fucking matter at all. Because I could sit with my man and we could sit there and compliment other women, other men. But it's just, if you're not comfortable with your partner, especially like if there's been pre-existing conditions in your relationship, like, like there was infidelities, or histories of infidelity.
But aside from that, like just on it.
Yeah, but if you, I mean,
Like if I'm,
I feel like certain people can't handle compliments in that sense because I try to refrain from complimenting people. I try to now because I feel like I've been told I'm overly friendly, so I really try to refrain from that. But me personally, I don't mind if my man is complimenting someone, because at the end of the day, now that I've evolved as a person, like if you would have asked me 4-5 years ago the same question, I would have told you fuck out of my face. No compliment nobody. I'm the best looking bitch you ever seen in your life. But now,
she look nice.
yes, but now that I've evolved as a person, I've come to the realization that there are other beautiful people in their own ways in this world, and I can't just think like that. Like, so I'm okay with my man complimenting somebody. I shouldn't do that all the time. I'll sit there and be like, "Yo, look at her! Don't she look bad?" Like, da 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 da. Like, I feel like everybody's beautiful, like like in their own way. So me personally, that took me to be comfortable in myself, like to have my confidence up in every way, shape, or form. Like, I'm not the baddest person in the world, but I just can identify beauty when I see it, and I'm not gonna feel no type of way if my man can see that too, because at the end of the day, I'm secure in myself knowing that he can identify her as beautiful, but at the end of the day, I know that she is mine.
Yeah. And see,
this is the only ass he's munching. So I know that.
and I mean that's what I'm saying. It's just like it don't gotta be a situation like if I work with another woman, I'm like, oh, you look nice today. I'm not like it's a thin fine line. It's just like oh, you look so beautiful. But if I see another nice looking woman, I'm just like, oh, such and such, you look nice today. Like I think I
don't think that should be a problem in a sense, in that as long as it's not gonna drag out into something more than it is, because complimenting and starting up something is two completely different things. Because you could compliment someone, and again, it's all about perception, because the person who you complimented could take that like, damn, Yatta might think I look good today. I'm about to put my hair in a ponytail like how he like it, and do all that to get your attention.
It's just like
you can't control it. And again, that all goes into the relationship and how secure y'all are in the relationship and how secure each person is in themselves, because you can't control other people's thoughts and actions and things like that. Because you could be nice to people and people take that as you're flirting with them, and then it can turn and manifest into its own thing.
And that's the problem. Like you can't be nice to a person without the shit like just seeming like kind of like extra.
I mean, you can't be nice to anybody now, because everybody takes it as if you're being nice to them, you want to sleep with them, and that's just not the case. There are people who are just nice people in this world. Like, I'm a nice person. I talk to everybody. Like, I'm not gonna be mean to anybody. Like, and I feel like a lot of people take it as I'm flirting with them, and I just don't see it that way. And when I'm like questioned about these things, because this has come up in many relationships that I've been in, this is a consistent problem for me, is that I'm overly friendly, and there's no fine line of like being nice versus being friendly.
That I'm overly friendly, but I
feel like I'm just a social person. Like, I'm just a social person, and I like to network with people, and I feel like if you're networking with people, you have to be nice to them. Like, I can't just be a mean bitch to everybody that I meet, because I could burn bridges before they even start by not being nice to them. But then again, I also have to make sure that my partner is secure, knowing that, listen, yes, these random internet strangers talk to me, but I will never, never, like, you don't have to worry about them, because I'm not going to go off and run off with username, whatever the hell they are. Like, this is, we're good. Like, at the end of the day, you're laying with me and I'm talking to this random internet stranger. I'm not sending them booty pictures and nothing like that. Like, it's not none of that type of time. Like, but that all depends on like the relationship, the fine line of in the relationship, how secure y'all are. Because even if y'all not fighting about other people, y'all be fighting about other shit. Because you could be in a relationship with somebody where it's not another person or other people. It could be in yourselves. Like, I've been in relationships where the person has put me down, like, as a person, like, be like, oh, like I'm this, that, and all that other stuff.
On a typical, or like out of anger?
Like either or. It could have been either or. Like, my weight has always been a problem in a lot of my relationships, because when I was growing up, I was a very skinny, petite person, like, and then I've gone birth control and I blew up like a big ass elephant. And I just been comfortable. Like, I lose weight, gain weight all the time. Like, my weight balloons. And so, I get heavy or I lose weight. Like, it's never a constant. So I've been with people where I've been big. Like, I was with this one guy and we weren't together long. Like, we were just talking, and he posted me on his Snapchat. I was driving or something like that. He just posted me driving. And this was like when I was like 220. So I was a little thick. Feel me? Like, a little big. And he was like, some girls had wrote him back on there, was like, why are you driving around with that big ass nigga in your car? And I'm like, damn, like, What the fuck?
Oh, in the last though.
I'm like, damn, that could hurt my feelings a little bit. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, damn.
So it was like, then my weight became an issue for him because he was like very into his looks and his image, and he just felt like I didn't fit his image, and that hurt my feelings as a person, because as a person who was struggling with my weight, to be told like, you a big bitch, like I can't be with you, and I'm not even that big. And it's like, now I'm always like, damn, like, am I too big? Like, is my stomach too big? Like, they're not gonna like me. But then I had to take all that and be like, man, fuck all that, bitch. You don't like all this fat, but they're not. So that's again, those are internal problems. Like, you can have a partner who'll be like, you fat bitch, you gotta lose some weight, and then you feel that even if you're not really fat, now you're just in your head like, I'm fat. So in these relationships, like, they're toxic in itself. Like, a lot of these things that we're discussing right now are little toxic traits that we do as people, as races, like as genders and things like that. Like, we do toxic shit that come back on people, and we don't know that those things hurt those people at that time because they may not openly express. Like, I'm not an openly emotional person. Like, somebody could say something really hurtful to me and I'll have a poker face, like you can't tell what it did to me, but deep down inside I could be crying inside, and then I go in my car and I cry about it, figuratively, not really, but it's still like, you know, you put on some sad music, drive, or I won't drive with any music on if I'm sad, just be in my thoughts. But it's like, you don't know what hurts a person, and like being in a relationship, like that, the one place that you feel you should feel safe, you're with a partner who attacks you.
Does that affect like when we trying to compliment you?
That would affect feeling good. She hasn't been feeling pretty. She hasn't been feeling on her game. And then you go out here and compliment fucking some bitch at Starbucks. We gonna look at you like, bitch, you seen I've been looking raggedy all week. You gonna go out here and compliment this bitch? Like, no, now I want to knock your head off.
But like, that goes back to what we said. Like again, like that's something that we can't control. Like we know you might be feeling like that, but like I said, leave no room for like general courtesy on a person-to-person like level. You know what I mean? Like, I
just feel like you should iron out shit at home before you go out complimenting other people. Like, don't go out there. Just leave that shit to yourself. If you want to compliment the person, don't compliment the person directly. Tell your partner, be like, hey, didn't you think such and such looked nice today? She's still gonna curse you out, but at the end of the day, you avoided the whole other additional conversation. Like, now it might be awkward because there are some women who are very upfront about these things, where if you compliment the person and the person is still standing there, so what the fuck you complimenting that bitch for? Like, what the fuck, you want to be with her? You want to fuck her? And then, you know, so you avoid a lot of
whoa.
You're like, whoa, like, it's not even like that. And then the person at the counter is like, you know, because I've been in those awkward situations too. Again, working in retail, you see a lot of weird things when you work retail, especially at like a cash register, because couples come up, and if you're an attractive person or if you're a nice looking person and the man is compliments you like, oh, I like your hair, you know, whatever weird stuff people say, and now his girl's looking at you, giving you a dirty eye, like she don't want to hand you the clothes, whatever. So it's just like weird in a weird sense for everyone in that whole situation. So to avoid all that, check with your partner, or be secure.
This one is like a little sidebar, but it was something I was thinking about. We can't really be blamed for this. It's like it's unconscious in a sense, but when we see a girl with a fat ass walk by, it's no offense to you. It just happens. It's just like a quick look. It's just like,
you know what? I'm listening.
It's not an offensive. It's just like it's just a quick look. It's like,
I mean, I look at big butts too, but in a sense, like, you know, me suffering, I'm a part of the flat booty community, so you know, I just feel like if I don't got a booty, please don't do it while I'm looking. Like, especially when I'm looking directly at you and I see it, and I know it's like this big old apple, and then you gonna like try to glance, like y'all niggas will try to do anything, like, like, don't do that. Just don't do it at all.
But it's sometimes it's unconscious because it's like all right, you know, like as men, like when you sing, you're just like, damn, she got a fat ass. Damn, she got a fat ass. Damn, she got a fat ass. And then you see she walk out, and you're just like.
I just feel like, you know, just avoid that whole thing.
Even if and again, something that we can't be blamed for, if like her titties busting out the shirt, and it's just like you and she walking towards y'all, and what you going to do with the straight face? You just
know what your girl is going to do. This is we're gonna have a Dave Chappelle real nigga moment. Because in reality, I can tell y'all like, yeah, you know, we could try to work on this, that, and third. But in reality, you see a girl with her big titties walking out, your girl is going to be looking at you like this the whole time, making sure you don't even crack your eyelid. I can sit here and lie to y'all and say some inspirational stuff, but I'm gonna be real right now. It ain't happening, Captain. Don't even do it to yourself, because that's gonna be y'all gonna be arguing all night. Ain't gonna be no 2K playing, no none of that. Like, you gonna get oodles and noodles for the night.
Say like
don't do it, dog.
Notebook. Like I said, it's just like I'm just like, cause like again, cause like I said, it's just like
that even
it's
goes with y'all
unconscious.
liking hoes, big ass hoes, booties on Instagram and stuff like that. There's some women who that does not resonate well with them. Like y'all liking these hoes pictures on Instagram, and then y'all can't even like they pictures that we post on Instagram. Like y'all don't like us, y'all don't post us as Woman Crush Wednesday, but y'all out here posting Drea and all these other big booty, fake ass booty hoes on Instagram and stuff and Facebook. But y'all don't post your own girl as your Woman Crush Wednesday or whatever, and then your girl sitting there.
I can't attest to that, so I can't say because I ain't.
You don't do it. But I'm just saying for the dudes
like,
that do it, and y'all be in a relationship, be posting everybody but y'all girl, and be liking everything but your girl, what your girl posts. Like I've experienced that too. Like I'm not saying the part about posting me because I don't care. Y'all got post me, like whatever. But as far as like liking my stuff, like I feel like when we talking in the talking phase, you like everything. Now I'm this hilarious person. I'm the funniest comedian you ever seen. But then as soon as we're in a relationship, all my shit is problematic. You don't like none of this shit. You might even report my shit. So now it's like, what changed? Like you know?
I mean, like that's a thin fine line, and I'm gonna say that between like, and I explained this to somebody. I'm like, it's Instagram, like. That's the only function to do. You only like or comment on something. And she's like, you gotta stop hearting it. I'm like, I can't be blamed for Instagram's default. It's all heart. Like if I double tap, it's not like a thumb.
But why y'all don't like our stuff? Like that was my whole point.
But I do like in my defense and my relationships, I have like they stuff. It's not like
I just why y'all don't.
It wasn't like just secluded to that. It was just like, but it's just like she's like, oh, why you liking her picture? I'm just like, it's a nice picture. Her hair looks nice in here. So you saying her hair look better than mine?
Exactly. That goes back to the whole compliment thing.
That.
You liking her stuff a little bit too much, and especially if you like 3 pictures in a row. For me, like, I'm just saying this. I'm laying out the blueprint because you know I have some girlfriends. If you liking 3 pictures in a row, you like that bitch. You want to smash or you smash.
Why is that the thing? Why is that the go-to?
Because it's usually the blueprint. Why would you like 3 pictures of some random hoe you don't know?
I can't attest to that. I can't attest to that. And I mean, this might be my own fault because I have like quite a few female friends that I had to when I was dating that I kind of had to like monitor. Like even though it wasn't anything going on. Like,
that goes both ways because we as women, like if we have guy friends and we get into a relationship, that shit is done. You can't have a guy friend. I don't care what y'all say up here, and y'all men can sit here and lie and be like, oh, we cool with y'all having guy friends. No, y'all not, because immediately y'all was guy friends. And a lot of guys who think like guy friends be like, yeah, I'm just really trying to be her friend, so I was really low-key trying to smash. But I'm
gonna tell you like this, like honestly, Ken, just like it's like on that note, I'm gonna trust you with the situation until you give me a reason not to. You know what I mean? Until if it start like even if I know homeboy like you, I said like I gotta check your actions, not his, because I know he off you. And I'm just like, if you keep homeboy at bay, it won't be no problem. But if you step across that line,
so would you be like,
a problem.
For guys, like say if a girl has a guy friend and she brings her guy friend like around y'all, we all have guy like friend time, like whatever friend time, but her guy friend is single. Like, yeah. I feel like that is problematic for guys too.
Again, I don't have a problem with it as long as that motherfucker understand his boundaries. Like that's all that got to be understood. If it's a clear cut boundary, like, look, nigga, this is my girl. You the third wheel, and you need to stay there. You need to stay there. And if it's like a situation like that, then yeah, it's for me. Like I don't got no problem. Like I said, when shit start looking iffy, I'm like, all right, then. But in me, I get spiteful. If you tell me, like, oh, I don't want you talking to your female friends, I'm like, well, I don't want you talking to your guy friends. Like, I won't even have how that's gonna go. I won't even have any legitimate issue with homie, but the fact that, like, I believe in fairness. Like, if you saying that, like, oh, you can't do X, Y, and Z, but then you sitting there doing, you a whole hypocrite.
Okay, then. Okay. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, like, I feel like, I don't care if my guy has lady friends because, whatever, that's cool. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm a girl. I had guy friends who I genuinely, like, view as my guy friends. Like, these are my friends. Like, y'all my homies. Like, I can hit y'all up, ask y'all for guy advice. Y'all can hit me up, ask me for my point of view as a girl. All that stuff like that. It's never no, like, oh, secretly, like, none of that. But a lot of people don't understand that because, everybody has their own motives on things and things like that. But if my man has lady friends, my partner now does not have lady friends. But if he were to have lady friends, I feel like I don't want you to have new lady friends, but if they were already there in the equation,
like, yeah. If it's a situation like that, if we was already real cool before that, then you kind of gotta like.
Yeah, I respect that. Like, I understand history and everything. Like, yeah. I've been the friend that's been cut off from my guy friend sometimes because I don't know if it's my presence, I don't know if it's just me.
Yeah.
Like, I may not even have been like in the equation. It's just the fact that I'm the friend that's a girl. I've been cut off before as a friend. Like, my guy friends have been like, they would not be friends with me. Like, or they'll tell me straight up, like, I can't be your friend right now. You know, my girl does not feel comfortable. I'm like, whatever. Like, okay, I understand. Like, cool. You know, I'm here. Like, you can still hit me up.
Like you said, if it's a position where it's just like, all right, like I'm
there ain't no new friends.
Yeah,
none of that.
And I think that goes. So
none of that. None of that. Like, none of that. Because if I come in like, this is my new friend, such and such, you're gonna look at me and probably be like, bitch, no, it's not. New friend.
He got a glass jaw.
So I'm just saying, like, you know, if you're already if y'all in the relationship, like in a relationship, not dating, because I look at dating like dating is like, it's the trial period. Like, y'all can still y'all have multiple people that y'all are entertaining, but when y'all are exclusively in a relationship, like, this is us, there's no other parties involved, we are together exclusively making plans together as one unit. If them friends didn't ride into the relationship with y'all shouldn't go out and make new friends, because that's awkward in any sense. And especially like if your friend is playing, you know, SZA, The Weeknd, and all this stuff like that. I just feel like you should punch her in her face. And, you know, I'm just saying it, like, I don't feel like, you know, you should blur those lines. Like, no new friends in relationships of other sexes. Like, if y'all, even in same sex, like, you know, I feel like, you know, we're adults, we can all make friends and stuff like that. It's not like, again, there's no limit on stopping making friends. But if you're in a relationship, what the hell do you need another lady friend for? Your woman should be your friend. Like, I'm not saying it like in a possessive way, but like your woman should be your confidant. That should be the person who you turn to when you need a woman's advice, when you need, you know, to look at things from a woman's perspective, if you don't have lady friends already. But if you do have lady friends, you could consult with your lady friends, because what if we're going through we're at odds, and, you know, you need advice on how to, like, you know, calm me down, get me to be rational, speak to me in a way, because, you know, men look at things through y'all state of mind, like how y'all would process it, not how we would process it, because we are complex beings, and simple things to y'all may be complex and very hurtful to us. So y'all may need another perspective on that. But don't go out there seeking random bitches' advice, because those bitches also have ulterior motives too. You can hit up a random glass jaw. They will be like, oh yeah, this nigga and his bitches having problems, I'm gonna sabotage this.
I think you should do this. But no, and I mean, I can kind of attest to that, because it was a situation where I was just dating this girl, right? And it was a female friend that I had that I just thought like that was completely platonic. Like, you know, like I made like little flirty kind of like whatchamacallit, but I was just being an asshole, I guess. And like once she kind of once I started dating a girl, she was just like, you know, I'm like, you know, she like you. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not really, you know, off her crazy. And then this was the wild part.
You sound like the male version of me.
And this was the wild part, right? So come down like some months later, like me and a female friend, she actually thought we were dating, and I was like, dating? I'm like, when did this like thought process into your mind? Because it was never no clear like, oh, we together. She was just like, oh, I thought you really liked me. I'm like, as a friend. Like let me ask you, do y'all take that like harder? Like do y'all take rejection like a little harder than we do?
Yeah, because then we don't take it like, oh, we're just rejected. We take it like we are flawed. Like something is wrong with us. Like, damn, like, you know, and a lot of people, I'm not going to say just women, a lot of people don't want to end up alone. Like, a lot of people, that's like something that bothers a lot of people. Like, they don't want to be alone. Like, they just cannot process being alone.
But that rejection
can set you off, because say you've had a string of rejections before that, or you just got out of a bad relationship, and then you talk to somebody, they nice, and you feel like they encompass everything you want them to be, and then they're like, nah, it's not that type of time. Now you're looking like, was I not worthy of this love? So it's like a lot of people take that really hard. Like,
and like I said, we on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, we don't really like take it. Just like,
I'll give y'all a funny story about that. Yeah, I'll give y'all a funny story about that. I was talking to somebody, and, you know, in my mind, we was together. Like, in my mind, because that's how he portrayed it to me. He was like, you know, he portrayed it to me that I was his girlfriend and things like that. That's what he would tell me in private. But also, he would also in the same breath be like, but you know, I ain't shit, right? And I would think he would be like joking, but then he put me in a position where he showed me that he wasn't shit. And the first time I was like, oh, I'm gonna just, brush that off. But then the second time I was like, damn, I can't keep brushing this shit off. Like, nigga, you really showing me you ain't shit. Like, you put me in a position where a whole female identified me that I do not know. Like, she could have came up and stabbed me. Like, and she came up to me to tell me that she's your girl, but she was his quote unquote best friend. That whatever. But she had to make it a point to me that they had sexual relations on his birthday. That they were still messing around. She met me at a function that we were at, like a mutual function, to tell me this, and I'm like, well, damn, like.
See, I ain't that.
I guess we, and then when we were there, and he was there, and we were all there in this whole situation, like of it all happening. So we go to confront him, and that nigga turns the other way and walks away. So it's like,
it's just like, you know what, dog?
But this was his friend. This was his friend. This was his best friend that used to take him. His best friend that used to take him to different places, and like, she was the friend that helped him out like a lot and stuff like that. But y'all sleeping together, and you telling me I'm your girl or whatever. But she was like, oh, I just thought you were like his really cool like homegirl, and I'm like, homegirl, homegirl, like the fuck, bitch. I wouldn't be up here in northern Pennsylvania, homegirl, like fuck all that. I'll send you my support from online, homegirl, my ass.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like. I knew she was bluffing because when she said my birthday or whatever, but that's a whole different story for herself. But that's what I'm saying, like the whole friend thing, like she was a friend that came on, after the fact, and I felt like, like, damn, bitch, like you could have said something, because she never wanted to be around me, and I should have took that as a sign, like she never wanted to be around me, like when we were together, but you had the audacity to try to approach me when you thought I would be off guard.
Yeah, that's why we started, and this was something that was going back, like way back, like I want to say like 8-9 years back, when females had the bestie. Oh, he's my bestie, and it's just like it was really just niggas.
People still do that now. Girls do that now. It's just evolved into that's my bro, that's my brother. Like,
yeah, I mean, but it's like
if he ain't come out your mom coochie, that's not your brother. If he ain't come out your dad nuts like that's not your brother. Don't call no boy your brother.
And that's what I had explained this to one dude, because we was having like a conversation in the dorm room. I'm just like, look, that nigga's trying to smash too.
I mean, some dudes who try to be your friend, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not delusional in that sense, because I know, like, I peep game when game is being ran. I have brothers, and again, I have real genuine male friends, so I know when game is being ran on me sometimes. Like I know when a dude's just trying to be close to me, so he wants to smash. My guy friends will be like, yeah, no, he's trying to smash. Like he ain't trying to be your friend. Like especially like if I start talking about shit that matters to me, and they're just like. They don't really care. Like I can tell, like you don't care. Like, like, oh yeah, I feel no real insight on the situation. It's just like, oh come over, come smoke with me. Like, and then it's really come smoke with me so you can get high enough so I could try to fill you up and see where this goes. Like it's not like it's not like y'all trying to see like really what's wrong and what's like console me. Like it's more like, damn, you crying, you need so crying on a dick to ride on. Like, I got you, girl. So that's what I feel like a lot of those situations lead to. That's why. I know like when a guy is genuinely trying to be my friend versus when like a guy is just trying to smash. And my genuine guy friends, like I've had like powwows with them where it's like I've gone to them for some real deep stuff. Like I don't talk to any of my friends on a regular basis. Like that's just me as a person. Like, I don't talk to anybody on a regular basis. Like I'm a very busy person, and then also I isolate myself a lot, so I don't do that. But I feel like if I have guy friends, like I'm established, I'm like, this is my friend or this is an associate. Like especially now with everything that I've gone through, it's very hard for me to call people my friend. Like you have to really earn that title. Yeah. So for me to be like, this is my guy friend, like no.
And I'll say this too. Like,
you are some random person I know from the internet, or you are somebody that I know, or you're an acquaintance or an associate. But my friend, nah, I wouldn't throw that out. Like I have 2 genuine guy friends that one I don't talk to like that because he's living his life, and the other one I talk to here and there.
But I'll tell you this, and sometimes like at no fault of our own, when we in a relationship and like we might have like a female friend, like we might be so focused on you that we don't even like pick up on those signs. Like, oh, she like him, just like, oh nah, I'm like she not.
I mean, everybody's been clueless in that sense. It's not just y'all guys, because we don't pick up on a lot of times. Like when we're in a relationship and our focus is on y'all, we don't pick up on certain things like that. Like we'll just be like, oh no, he don't like me like that. But then later on down the line, you say one thing or you post one thing, and that person will be like, yeah, like, or you post, say you and your man are going through something, you post like, oh yeah, and then they slide. That's their opportunity. They slide and be like, oh yeah, like, like why don't take you out? And they be like, I've been always feeling you, like that dude don't treat you right. I could,
See, it's not been to that extent, but it was like some little slide shit. Like, I might have been going with something through my girl, but and then I noticed like somebody might be specific, they started liking all of my stuff. Like everything that I'm posting, it was just like, and I didn't pick up on it at first. And I was just like, I went back and looked. I'm just like, wait a minute. But I mean, I still don't know if that was just like anything in like specific or I don't know. One thing I want to tell you too is like, especially in the beginning, we don't really take hints too well. Like, be direct. Like, so why do y'all? And we tell y'all this, and we was just like, look, I don't really take hit to hints in the beginning. Like, I don't really know you like that. Why y'all keep throwing hints? It's just like, you know what I mean? Like,
I try to advise people who ask me for advice, especially like in relationships, to be more direct with people. Like, I don't be like, be bold. Like, be direct in your what you want, because a lot of guys don't read hints. Like, I know that I don't read hints well either. Like, I'm a whole girl, but you know, sometimes I really do act like a guy sometimes, and I don't take hints well either. Like, be upfront with me, like be direct with me, because sometimes I might be clueless, and I don't want to take the wrong hint of I don't want to take the wrong hint of like, you know, whatever. I don't want to process something wrong. Like, that's my whole thing. I don't want to process something. I don't want to process something wrong. Like, I don't want to, you know, take something the wrong way. Like, you may be like, I'll take something like you did and be like, oh, maybe he means it in this way. When really, in reality, you don't mean it in any way at all. So I take it as if he's not directly saying like, look, like, I'm feeling you, I like you. I don't even take it that way. Like, I'll just be like, oh, this is platonic until he says otherwise. And that's just that. Like,
and like I seen some shit. It's been like some little like obvious shit. Like we might be mad at each other, right? And instead of saying you approaching me, like, you know, I'm upset about this. You get dressed up all nice, do your makeup, hair all done, about to walk up out the door. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. Where you going? Looking like this. Got your belly all out.
It's been like that.
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
it's like, yo, you never get dressed up like that. What's going on?
Yeah, like, I'm like, yo, come talk to me. She was just like, yeah, I was just waiting for you to say something.
Yep. I'm like, yeah, how it is. We ain't even got nowhere to go. We just been dressed just to be like, bitch, look. Try to get your attention.
Looking all good, Cardi B and SZA, like, niggas ain't, and I'm just like, all right, bro, like, come on. And I be like, I don't even be trying to feed into it, but sometimes it's just like, all right, you about to make me deck you, right? Like, you keep playing around with me because I know you doing this, like, so. But,
so I just feel like, you know, as us ladies, I feel like we're never gonna understand you guys, but I feel like as us, we should be more direct. That was the main point that I'm trying to get across, is be direct in what you want. Ask directly for what you want. Don't beat around the bush. If a dude tells you one thing, if he says, I don't know what I'm looking for right now, then leave his ass alone, because he's not certain what he wants. You need a direct person who knows what they want, whether it's out of life, whether it's out of you. Just find someone who has an aim, goal, focus. Don't settle for nothing less. Don't settle on like, do not settle, okay? You're not soda. Don't settle. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna speak for, like, you know, any guys that, like, you know, work on any kind of like production or like play games or something. If we not texting you for like that long amount of periods, like, sometimes we legitimately on the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll be in 2K, and you know, it's just like.
Well, then just FaceTime me and put the phone down.
I'm gonna ask you, like, if you want like something on 2K, right, and the shit is intense, right?
FaceTime me and put the phone down.
Nah, for real. But it'll be like, yo, we be like in the zone and it's close, and it's just like, yo, like, I'm just on the sticks. Like, I'm not putting this controller down right now. Like, and you like into the game.
Hey Siri, FaceTime Bay.
But you'll forget. But you'll forget too. You'll be on some shit like, yo, you be so into it, and you just like, and it's not that like we dating you. It's just like, yo, we focused right now. We trying to get
immediately we jump to y'all cheating. Y'all instant cheat.
Y'all can't. We on the game. We on the game.
I don't care.
If anybody making music, we in the studio.
Y'all never in the studio. Y'all, Nick Cannon, you're never in the studio, my guy. I haven't heard one song yet. Okay.
Or if it's something like that, but like I said, like, especially if it's a game that got like some hype, like the sports.
So call me before you start the game and put the phone down.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna text you like, yo, I'm gonna be on the game. If I'm not texting you. You know what I mean? I just want you to know that.
So what if I be like, hey, I'm in Ulta right now. I'm not gonna text you for a few hours because I'm over here testing out new makeup.
But nah, that's Ulta. That's different. Like, if you like, if I'm trying to say, like, what do y'all do for like that's an extensive amount of hours? Y'all just like zone
makeup, cook. But we'll FaceTime y'all. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But not like if you cooking, like, or like or if you like taking care of the kids or cooking, I don't really hear from you. Like, I'm not on jump out the window. I'm like, oh, she probably just busy right now.
I can't say that either because I've used my scapegoats for getting out of conversations. So I can't even say that. I've used them so many times. Like, yeah, I'm taking care of these kids. Really be knocked out doing something else.
But I'm like that's what I'm saying. Like if I tell you I'm on the game, it's not a front. Like I'm on the game. Like I'm just like.
So, I just feel like just communicate those things.
Or especially and one thing specifically too. Like if I'm out with some friends, like I'm not really on the phone like that. So like I'm not gonna go out with my friend. Nah, that ass. Like when I'm out with my friends, like and like especially like people I ain't seen in a minute. Like if we like linking up at like Applebee's or like Hooters or something like that. Like I'm not really gonna be on my phone like that. Like I'm gonna text you like, all right, yeah, babe, I made it. And I'm just like da. I might text you like a little bit in my restaurant, but I'm not glued to my phone when I'm out with my friends and shit like that. Like I'm talking amongst us. You know what I mean? And it's just like we chilling, we catching up and shit like that. It's not like I'm just dubbing you, but it's just like, nah, I'm out to eat. I'm like kicking it up with the homeboys. Like, you know what I mean? It's just something like that. Facts though, right? Like,
I'm gonna just leave this one out there for y'all to say what y'all gonna say. Because if I say I'm gonna be the villain, so I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let y'all use y'all opinions on that and see what y'all want to say about that. Because y'all already know what I'm gonna say about that.
You want to jump out the window?
Yeah, I'm jumping out the window. I'm pulling up. You better hope I don't got you on Find My iPhone or Find My Friends app, because I'm pulling up just to make sure it is what it is.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, or even if you like you shoot balls, like
shoot ball.
You ain't see your boys in like mad long, or y'all go somewhere like you like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, like we type like, all right, we gonna focus on this. We gonna be in the zone.
You know what? He knows where that's gonna go. So that's why he's sitting there with his hand on his head, like, listen, she ain't going for none of that. So it ain't none of that type of time, because if it was reversed and I went somewhere and I'm like, babe, I'll hit you up later after my phone gonna die, or I go to the club.
But if it's some shit like, I'm with my homegirls, we having the girls night out, I'm just stay out. Like I'm not going to jump out the window.
Nah, because I seen y'all memes where y'all like when she out with her homegirls and she don't post not one of them post a snap for the whole night and it had the Michael Jordan crying face. I don't want to hear that.
And like I said, I'm not going to test to everybody. But if you give me the heads up like that, like, oh, I'm with my girls, X, Y, and Z. Even if y'all not going out, even if y'all just like y'all go to the mall or some shit like that. If you out there, I'm just like, cool, like not for nothing. I ain't really going to like hit you up like that. Now, if it's taking excessively long, like, you know what I mean? Like if you out with your girls, y'all out for like 2-3 hours and y'all do that thing, just like, but you start hitting that 6, 7, 8 hour mark, I'm like, yo, where the fuck you at? Like,
and that's how we feel, like if y'all hit them hours, because y'all tend to not keep track of time when y'all playing ball or in the studio. Niggas be in the studio from 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning talking about some bad. I was in the studio all night. I bet you better release the next summer jam, because I don't want to hear none of that. Like, I don't want to hear that at all. Like
I said, or so on both sides, it's just like a funny. Like again, if I'm going that long and I know I'm gonna be like, I'm staying out like extra out extra late, then I'm gonna let you know like, hey, it's running a little late, or X, Y, and Z, or we decided to go here. I'm gonna give you the heads up. I'm gonna give you the update. But if it's something like 2-3 hours, I ain't gonna be sitting there bugging you. I'm just like, go ahead, do your thing. I'm gonna take that time to play the game anyway. I'm just like,
I got a midnight limit. If it's a new day, you better have somewhere to go if we live together, because you ain't coming to this crib, motherfuckers. And if you do, I'm gonna be sitting on the couch waiting for your ass, and it's gonna not be pretty. And you better not have my car if you do, because I'm gonna be sitting there with a knife, like, bring me mama over shit. So that's why I'm just like, I have my toxic ways when it comes to relationships. I feel like people try you when you in relationships, so don't do it.
But I really hope y'all absorb like a lot of game on this one. You know what I mean? Y'all got like a real in-depth perspective on both sides of this fence. You know what I mean?
From both of our perspectives, ladies and men.
You know what I mean? Like,
and we can keep the conversation going. Let us know like what y'all think. Anything that y'all felt we missed in this, like, or anything that y'all feel like we should have elaborated more on. Like,
feel free to comment. We're gonna be sharing the video. It's gonna be on Anchor. Please, if you haven't already, like the video on Facebook. Like the video on YouTube, share it with your friends, comment, and feel free to just continue on in the discussion, and we will get back to the comments here on Yatta Debates. Until next time.
Oh, my phone is ringing now. Shit. Oh, shit, my